This is a story related to my participation in the Sao Paulo Biennale. I was invited in 2002 to show my work in the Biennale, and I came 2001, and then I was quite impressed by the Biennale building, and Alfons Hoek, the curator, said, "Oh, if you like this, you have to go to Brasília." And basically the title of the book is Arquivo Brasília because it happened through this working process that we could present in this book many archives. So the book is itself an archive that did not exist in Brazil.
I think it was very interesting because through this research we met interesting people, interesting stories, and it was quite intense because it was like archaeologists' work.
We're really like detectives. We came from one name to the other name, and then we met people that all had great images. All the archives, in a way, they are not connected. Everybody has a sort of a treasure that he is more or less hiding, or did not have a source to put it to the public. So collected in this whole process maybe 200,000 images that we looked at, and from this amount we decided to scan 4,000 images. After a long process of selection we chose 15 or 1,600 to be restored, which was a serious decision because every picture needs a lot of treatment to be presented.
They were all red because they had no conditions.
Degenerated.
Degenerated, the colors are vanished. So you can see in the book, you will see examples of how they were and
how we found
it. So we were for years questioning where are these color slides. And then in the end we found out a former archivist. She used to work there and she was somewhere else in another department. We found this woman and we asked her, does it exist? And she said yes, and a lot. And then we had to take actual pictures of Brasília now because Brasília has a very special blue, for example. It's very beautiful. And then you have to apply this approximately this blue in the picture and bring the red and the color of the skin of his winter, of his rainy season. So we had to make a season research.
And so the restoring process of these 1,600 images took almost 2 years. There are many private photographers that we discovered through this research that are also part of the book, and of course the big public archives that have images about the construction of Brasília. And beside this, all the images had serious problems with scratches, fingerprints, fungus, and this all had to be treated because we had no intention to present raw material to a big public.
For me, the most important part of this project is to find out how they took over this place from nowhere, how they made it, how they built, and it's like a processo civilizatório, I would say.
Yes.
Because it's a new civilization coming to the middle of a country which people have no idea what it is. As it was before, they said it was in the middle of the jungle.
Especially the European.
The Europeans say, oh, it's in the middle of jungle, I see the Amazon River crossing in the middle of this. Or now the fashion is to say that it's in the middle of the desert. So it has a not even upgrade or downgrade, but they are still questioning because they have no idea of geography, Brazilian geography, because Brazil is so huge. So the nice idea was about this migration, the people moving to a place, how they come with their hopes and their families, and they have nothing to lose, and this was very interesting. Behind the big power, the government, the politics, you have these people just with nothing behind, they just go and build a city, and all the life behind these it was everybody utopias in a different way as a daydreamers or something.
Even the Brazilians had many utopic moments involved in this project. For example, that Cidade Livre was always supposed to be built out from wood because it will disappear. They built the city and then the workers, they all go home. That was a sort of a idea, but that was the reason. That was the reason why you could not build for until the 70s or late 70s. You could not build any concrete or brick building in Cidade Livre in Candangolândia because of this. And so when you get to know the stories, then you think, okay, they also had another idea of Brasilia. So Brasilia had many utopic moments in several levels.
But I think it's an interesting piece because if you go through logistic and statistic about how you build a city, how many people will come to work, how much material you'll be needing, and everything on the paper calculated, it just could be in Brazil. Because if it was another country, okay, this is really impossible. They would just not even start it. And for me, this was fascinating. Okay, we need this, let's do it. And they did it. And this is fascinating because it's not only that people need to do it, but they believe they will do it. And this is about the Brazilian culture. The Brazilian people believe. You know, it's not about being nationalist. It's not about this. It's something is in the culture that, okay, we believe you will do it. No matter how is the calculation, what to expect the results, you will do it. You find a way, you know, oh, you don't do this way, there is this way. So sometimes can be messy, but you see the result. So the result is worldwide known, respected, a spectacular architecture all over the world, and behind this you have a very huge cultural strength of believing it. So our work was about all this strength and belief in the result. It's very human. The book is very human.